Kling 2.0 is out, and we already know how powerful and how good of a image to video generator that it is. In fact, it's my favorite. And Rosh just did a video a couple days ago about all the updates to Kling 2.0. But what I want to talk about today is the little known feature of Kling with it, which is its image generator. It's called Colors, and they also silently released a 2.0 version. And supposedly with Colors 2.0, it's got much better prompt adherence, enhanced image quality, and a lot of different styles and everything. So I want to put it to the test against what I think is the benchmark of prompt adherence and image quality, which is REVE. Honestly, after doing this, I think it did pretty good. There's some really big strong points, and I'll show you at the end. The last one here I thought was just really a good punch back and forth battle between REVE and Kling. So, but what I wanted to do today is, instead of starting with like an easy prompt and getting like harder, what I really wanted to do was just kind of throw everything at it and give it 4 super complex prompts that are kind of across the board. And I really wanted to test and see just how good its prompt adherence is. So let's dive on in. I've got all these already pulled up and ready. So this first one here, this is what Kling's Colors 2.0 came up with for a Victorian era detective with butterfly wings that rides a giant koi fish through a flooded art museum, where melting clocks hang beside holograph projections of Greek statues. The walls reflect shimmering northern lights, and each step the detective takes causes ripples midair. Render with cinematic lighting, deep shadows, pastel colors, camera angles looking below through the water. So here's what Kling did with that super complex prompt. And you know what? Kling's answers on this one, I think, were a little more animated. They looked a little more kind of hand-drawn, maybe color pencil kind of style. But still, if you look, it's getting a lot of the details. We've got the statues, we've got the clocks. It's not exactly looking up under the water, up at the figure yet. We do see the ripples in the water. This very much looks kind of like a Japanese anime style, I would say, rather than a little more realistic. So moving on, this one definitely looks like it's from under the water because the koi fish is... looks like he's floating in there, and you do have some, northern lights, astral things in the background here. Pretty good. This is the one that I actually thought nailed it the most, because you're looking from an underwater view, even though it's like, you're in a museum, looking at an aquarium in a museum. There's layers of complexity to it. So I thought it did pretty good here, but let's see what REVE did. REVE, oh my gosh, you never cease to amaze me. So their prompt adherence at REVE is just very, very good. And this one, it shows that koi fish underwater. It shows that camera view underwater. You've got the Greek statues. You've got the northern lights. You've got a distorted clock. You've got a Victorian era detective. So if you go back to Kling here, you see, kind of looks Victorian era with the hat and everything. But this one definitely looks really good. Let's keep moving through. Again, koi fish. This one maybe not dressed so Victorian era, but he's got the butterfly wings. He's got the view, the ripples. We've got northern lights going on. A lot of the details it requested. I mean, REVE, you can just handle pretty much anything anyone throws at you. It's really, really good. That koi fish looks super shiny and good. I like this hallway. You got the clocks. You got the statues. All good. And last one there with REVE. Man, it's just... the photorealism of REVE is just continually impressive. So... did Kling do better? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments here. I still think REVE produced higher quality images each time here. So, all right, let's keep moving on. This one is a futuristic samurai model wearing chrome-plated armor fused with translucent graphene fabric, walking down a catwalk on the moon. The lunar surface is lit, diffused by neon ads projected by orbit, include lens flare, fine texture on the armor, a shallow depth of field, and realistic Earthrise in the background. So, kind of like Vogue meets Blade Runner. And, oh man, Kling, good job here. I think the photorealism on each one of these is good. It took the details. You got your little Earthrise going on. Pretty good. This one looks almost a little more outside. The textures and everything on the dress and everything looks really good. The face looks very real. The earth behind looks great. This one, again, no complaints. I love the reflections off of. It looks like, it's front lit with the reflections, but yet backlit from the stage lighting. So that one's good. And again, here, good. I'm not quite sure what these are, but it's kind of some of that neon light. One of the things I didn't notice was any lens flare. I mean, we're getting a little bit here on the shoulders where it's kind of popping a little. So I would say Kling still did really good, but its prompt adherence is still probably in that 80-90% kind of world. So, REVE, let's see what you got for us. We had never specified male or female model here, so we got a male model walking down. Now this looks more like the lunar surface. You've got the neon signs here. You've got a little bit of lens flare up above, and that's a moon. Oh, there's the rest of the moon surface, and then you've got an Earthrise back here. So REVE, again, continually impresses with its prompt adherence, kind of hitting everything. This lady, she's going down what looks like a runway, but it's the actual surface. Same with this one. You got the neon signs. There's that lens flare that we're looking for. It's a really frontally focused one, so the moon, or the moon, I said it again. The Earth is out of focus in the background, and same on this one here on the right. That lens flare looks really good up here. So again, REVE consistently nailing these super complex prompts. However, I wouldn't say Kling did a bad job here. I think Kling did a really good job, and I love how we're getting the 4 options. I mean, you can ask for it. I am in the high-res model here, and pretty good. All right, got a couple more. So this one is a grandmother and her pet robot sipping tea inside a cozy treehouse built on top of a crumbling skyscraper in a flooded city. Skies are orange, overgrown vines, bioluminescent fungi, and render in soft painting strokes, kind of a cross between Studio Ghibli, which I did in a couple videos ago, of how to make your own likeness in that kind of style, and then like a golden book. So you got a lot of golden coloring here. You've got the robot. There's the flooded. Here's the skies. None of these are really a crumbling skyscraper, but we do have a flooding city. They're showing a crumbling skyscraper in the background here. It's definitely a grandma and her pet robot. The style was good. I mean, really very, very good. I'd say 95% hit most of the prompts. It's got the little bit, we wanted it to say tea time, solar kettle, or emergency cookies on some things. So let's see. I don't know if I'm quite seeing tea time all right. It's struggling a little bit. It does say love right there. That's nice. It is struggling a little bit with its ability. See these ones here? The resolution's just not good enough, and it's ChatGPT's new image generator and REVE, they're very good at creating text. Oh, that one says tea time. All right, cool. So we're getting there a little bit. I'd say all these are still pretty good, but let's see what REVE did. All right. So again, the importance of the prompt adherence. So like this one here finally is on a crumbling skyscraper. This one had the crumbling skyscraper in the background, but it did say tea time up here, which doesn't really make any sense. Solar kettle here, emergency cookie. Sorry, REVE is struggling a little bit. I don't mind the tea time here. That's fun. Emergency cookies, solar kettle. All right, so we're getting there a little bit. This one with her pet robot looks good in terms of prompt adherence, but did it get the style of Studio Ghibli maybe as well as, say, Kling did? I think Kling might have actually been a little bit better in this one. This last one, nice treehouse, crumbling skyscraper. It says tea time down here. That doesn't really make sense. Ooh, we've got emergency cookies in a jar. That's great. So, all right, still very good there, but going back to Kling here, you know what? I'm going to give Kling the win on this one. I mean, its prompt adherence wasn't as good, but I think the style it nailed really well with that kind of golden feel, the Studio Ghibli look. And, got some of the text, but I'm going to give Kling the win here. All right, I've got one last one. This one I really liked. Both ones did really well. It's a Greek goddess with a glowing circuit board skin and a laurel crown made of copper wires floats above an 80s arcade holding a pixelated lightning bolt. The arcade is glowing with CRT monitor light, and the sky above is a cosmic star field shaped like an old motherboard. Oh, that's cool. There's a lot going on here. Capture the glow of the neon signs, reflections in wet pavement, and mix pixel art textures with oil-painted realism. So it did ask for some paintings here and some realism, so that's why I think it looks a little more animated. You've got, I like the pixel, kind of 16 or 8-bit kind of look and feel here. You could definitely got the arcade stuff happening. We've got the astral things happening. I'd say pretty good there, Kling. This one here also, kind of got that Tron feeling on the bottom. You got the arcades. Nothing's really spelled right, so that's a little bit of a complaint here. But you've got the Greek goddess. You've got, I don't know if her laurel there looks like it's made out of copper wires, but she's doing all right there. And the skin looks like a circuit board. That's really cool. All right, so Kling, off to a great job. The high resolution of these images is great. Really, really good. This one looks cool. Again, in the arcade, you've got the sky shaped, I don't know if it's shaped like a motherboard so much, but you do have some things coming out of the sky that kind of remind me of that. But again, we've got like a Milky Way thing going on here. We do have a pixelated lightning bolt that she's kind of holding. Again, the fingers there, looks like only 3 fingers, where that's a full hand. You missed a little bit here, but not bad. This one, the sky being a circuit board, that one looked cool. And the 80s pixelated machine, CRT monitor glow. She looks like a character out of any one of these games. I mean, this one I think is the strongest of the Kling options. But altogether, a pretty strong showing for Kling. Rev, come on now, don't let me down. What do we got? Okay, wow. All right, Rev. Borderline scandalous on some of these, we'll say, but the circuit board skin looks good. The pixelating lightning bolt. You've got the sky. I don't know if the sky looks so much like a circuit board here, but it does here. Not so much over here. Kind of looks like a drop ceiling. But all right, so let's look at this one on prompt adherence. So you've got the skin that looks like it's, all sorts of electricity running up and down. You've got the glow of the CRT monitors and the neon signs. You've got the sky that looks like it's a circuit board. I don't know why she's not holding the lightning bolt and there's like something in her hand. That's like my only complaint there in the disconnect. This one looked cool. It's kind of like a line drawn in figure. And then this one here, all right, we'll say this one might be a little touch on the racy side, but it altogether looks good. She's holding the lightning bolt. It does look pixelated. You do have like a cool sky. I love the glow all the way around. The ground also looks a little wet. I don't know why it's wet inside of an arcade, but that was part of the prompt. Just to kind of get that reflection. And this one, you can see the reflections all the way around. I mean, Rev, I think Rev altogether won this one 3-1 if you go back and forth. The photorealism, I mean, that's where Rev's going to kind of always win and lean towards is the photorealism on its images. Unless you're specifically asking for something, say like the robot one here with the Studio Ghibli style. But otherwise, you're going to get the realist looking photos. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm paying for Kling and Rev is free. It's still my benchmark. It's still the best one that's out there as far as I'm concerned. So, but if you're interested in what Kling 2.0 can do on the video side, my partner Rosh just put a video out a couple days ago. And then as always, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. We're sharing as much information as we can. We're putting up a video every day about all the latest releases and all the latest features of these really cool tools. And also every Monday, Rosh and I chat for about 20-30 minutes on the Creative AI Show. Not only are we here on our YouTube channel, but we are also on all the popular streaming podcast platforms. So until then, we are two creative guys talking AI.